Following a remarkably brief meeting of the Martinsville City Council Tuesday night, City Manager Robert Fincher held court with the media and members of the public for more than an hour to go over a pair of ongoing city concerns. The first is a state mandate that the city renovate its courthouse, which was built in 1968, or construct a new one because the current courthouse does not meet Virginia standards.
Council has been battling this and scratching their heads over this for a year, and quite frankly, just to give you a little inside knowledge, every single one of them are sick about this. It's ridiculous.
According to Fincher, the issue is with so-called foot traffic circulation zones. The state requires separate hallways and entrances for judges that will prevent them from crossing paths with the public, government employees, or deputies escorting inmates to the jail. The estimated cost comes in between $40 and $50 million for renovation and over $100 million for a rebuild, but city leaders say it has to be done.
What happens if we refuse? The courts can come in and say that you have to do it. And eventually what they would end up doing is holding council in contempt of court, where they would fine them, they would fine the city, possibly send the council to jail.
I don't want to have to write a $50 million check, but it's a lot better than $100 million. And we don't have any choice.
Council approved a resolution by 4-1 vote with Councilman Aaron Rawls against to give an architectural firm approval to draw up initial plans to remedy the issue, a measure that on its own will cost the city $300,000.
We don't have $50 million, we don't have $100 million, and frankly, the Commonwealth is not in a position to try and sell us on saying that's a good deal. It's not.
The city will also need to find a new building to house government services, but Fincher says there are no plans to build a new government building. He says the city is still examining how to cover the cost and did not address if or how it would impact taxpayers. Fincher also gave an update on ongoing legal matters dealing with allegations of wrongdoing that led to the firing of former city manager Aretha Farrell-Benavidez and a citizen-led recall petition against Mayor L.C. Jones that led to his temporary suspension earlier this year. Now, Fincher says new information regarding the city's internal workplace investigation, including the alleged items that led to Farrell-Benavidez's termination, will be released tomorrow. In the meantime, the city is continuing to look for a new attorney because of the lawsuit that Jones has filed against Sands Anderson Law Firm and Councilman Rawls. Jones is using the same attorney as Farrell-Benavidez, who is also suing the city itself, creating a conflict of interest with Jones still serving as mayor. Council tabled a motion Tuesday night that would have given the city consent to turn over all findings by Sands Anderson Law Firm, which had been acting as city attorney, to the new attorney whenever one is hired. And despite concerns from the public that this matter will never wrap up, Fincher provided some reassurance that the end is in sight.
We are heading towards a conclusion, but unfortunately, it's nothing that can be done fast. It's going to take time because why? We got to make certain we get it right.
We're expecting that new information from the city regarding Farrell-Benavidez's termination to be released at some point Wednesday morning, but I will note that this does not cover any findings by the Brown-Edwards forensic audit, which has, of course, now been turned over to Virginia State Police. In Martinsville, Sam Graham, WFXR News.